As every week goes by, Rick Ross seems to be taking another public hit, and people are starting to notice.
Ross, a quick Google search says that your net worth is $150 million. Is that accurate?
They said it, duh. Glory though, morning glory. What it is, Monday morning? Yeah. What we doing today? How we turning up? What new money we talking about?
Ross has just always been one of my favorite rappers ever.
I've never seen someone ice rosé, but...
You never seen someone ice rosé? Well, talk to every jeweler in Miami that has fake diamonds.
Really, they do that?
Nobody got that joke.
It's an AP that I'm rocking. This is green stones, green emeralds. It's just me having fun. That's all it is.
I am fuming. That's a fake watch. That's not a real watch.
How can you tell?
That watch was only produced twice, one in 37mm, one in 41mm. And I know both owners, and they're not Rick Ross.
Well, I guess. Real talk. I'm just
So who impresses DMX right now? Anybody?
I'm surprised you don't like Ross lyrically, man. Ross be's
He's all right, man. He just talk about eating and
you know, how much can it eat? How much weed can you smoke? I'm like, all right. You got a Maybach, you got the Aston Martin. Okay. Good for you.
It looks like Rick Ross is going broke, okay? And he's now in damage control trying to clean things up, but it's too late. We've already seen how the boss is really getting down.
Rick Ross flew commercial this week.
Oh, man. Poor guy.
We ain't hired like Rick Ross in the airport neither. It's all good. Heading back to New York. Let's go next. It didn't seem to me like he was hiding because he was taking a commercial flight. Rick Ross looked so depressed to be flying with y'all junkies.
Uncle Murder, you ain't never killed nothing. But what I want to do is give you and all your kids a free cleaning, free teeth cleaning. I know what 50 going through right now. He may not be in the mood for this, you know, Daffy Joy.
That put a wet towel over his head.
For the ones want to know where my jet at, I obviously didn't get the memo. It's being updated with Starlink. And I chose to fly commercial to Colombia to go party with Trick Daddy. When Ricky Rose takes flights to 6 digits. I'm going to get some Mignon.
The rapper who built his image around being the biggest boss, luxury, and endless wealth is suddenly making headlines for reasons that don't match that lifestyle at all.
9 figures. How'd you get there?
It's called hustling nonstop. I have 25 ventures and partnerships. Just got back from Dubai. I'm going to Canada Friday. Tonight we in the club out here in the strip club. We performing. Itself will cover all my expenses for the year. It's just that consistent nonstop balance.
You're only flying private, huh?
I told myself I would not charter a jet until I was ready to buy it. But I told myself, and I waited those 20 plus years.
Right.
And when it was time for me, it was an investment.
It's also on the internet, Rick Ross is currently going viral because he was caught hiding while waiting for a commercial flight. And this is so wild framing because you could never catch me hiding while waiting for a commercial flight. You just saw me at the airport.
First, there was the viral moment after he dissed Drake and later found himself caught up in a public confrontation that sparked non-stop debate online.
Damn, white boy. Kendrick done bust you in the head before y'all even finish the publishing splits.
Then fans noticed heavy discounts, including 50% off concert tickets, which quickly led to more questions about his popularity. Most recently, cameras caught him traveling on a commercial flight with his hood pulled up, even though he's long claimed to own a private jet. Naturally, people started asking the same question. Is Rick Ross really running out of money? As we'll see, the real story may be even bigger than that. Ross insists his private jet is simply being upgraded with a massive $500,000 Wi-Fi system, and that's supposedly why he was flying with everyone else. There's absolutely nothing wrong with flying commercial. Millions of people do it every single day. The issue is that Rick Ross has spent years showing off an image of unlimited wealth across social media, making every unexpected moment instantly become a major talking point.
Is it common knowledge that you mow your own lawn?
I think everybody in Fayetteville, they kind of know when the weather's right and they see that big tractor out there.
You are mowing, you're mowing your lawn.
like a John Deere or something like that?
One time for John Deere.
Look at it. What kind of risk cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass?
Got the one with the radio, the AC in it. I tinted the windows.
How many acres you mowing?
Man, I'm not even sure now. I believe close to 400. When I go out and mow the lawn, I had a homies with me too.
You're trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh? The AC broken in the...
So we got a bunch of other smaller tractors. So when they see the big one out, they know that's the boss.
Dude, that's the friendship I aspire to have.
No, that's a
Call your
friendship.
homies on the weekend, like, yo, what y'all?
Yeah, let's cut the grass. No, that's some of the coolest shit ever.
Before we look at the evidence surrounding his jet and whether his explanation adds up, there's another important part of Rick Ross's story that deserves attention. Long before signing his life-changing deal with Jay-Z, William Roberts II, better known as Rick Ross, was a talented football player at Albany State University, where he attended on a scholarship.
To make all day, at that point, you had to be a top,
Well, some stunners out here.
a top football player in the country.
Yeah. So who's all recruiting you?
Everybody.
Plenty of rappers have athletic backgrounds before finding success in music, so that part isn't unusual. What made Rick Ross stand out came later. For years, questions have surrounded what happened during the mid-1990s, and critics have often pointed out that the details have changed depending on when the story was told. One of the loudest voices bringing attention to those questions was longtime rival 50 Cent, who repeatedly highlighted old reports and even referenced an interview with Ross's former girlfriend. Although 50 Cent wasn't the first person to mention it, he helped keep the conversation alive.
Let me ask you a question. Did you know Rick while he was working in law enforcement?
He was a correction officer.
So we're clear he was a correctional officer.
Yes, he was.
Despite Rick Ross pushing back against those claims for years, reports that surfaced publicly in 2008 stated that he had previously worked as a corrections officer in a Florida prison.
Recently accused you of working as a prison guard at one point, Rick. Is there any truth to that?
No, that's not true. But that's disappointing to hear that he said that. He said that?
A revelation that surprised many fans and became one of the most talked about moments of his career. It all exploded after one specific photo surfaced online. The image showed a 19-year-old William Roberts smiling while wearing a corrections officer uniform, and it immediately became one of the most talked about pictures of his career. Today, Rick Ross no longer denies that he once had the job.
By the way, too, you worked, I don't know if you want to talk about it all, because were you a correctional officer at one point?
I was, yeah.
So going all the way back, when was that? How long ago?
Maybe when I was 20.
20 years old.
Yeah. You know, I didn't really get to make it to the prison. Because you got to go through training and all that, and I didn't last long. I may have last 4 months before they said, I was a little tardy.
But he has described it as a short chapter, saying he was often late and only worked there for about 4 months. However, public employment records have painted a different picture. Those records show that William Roberts was employed as a corrections officer in Miami-Dade County for around 18 months, not 4, and they also indicate he maintained an excellent attendance record during that time. According to those same records, he was hired in December 1995 and resigned in 1997, earning an annual salary of roughly $26,000 before leaving the position. That difference between the public records and Ross's own version of events has continued to spark debate for years. Drake has repeatedly referenced Rick Ross's former occupation in their back and forth, making sure fans never forget that chapter of his past.
Ross has just always been one of my favorite rappers ever.
For many rappers, a revelation like this could have seriously damaged their career, especially if their image was built around being a larger-than-life street boss. But Rick Ross took a completely different path. After leaving that job behind, everything changed in 2006 when, as he famously said, in about an hour on some good kush, he created his breakout hit, Hustlin'. Soon after, he signed a major deal with Jay-Z at 29 years old, and his career exploded almost overnight. His debut album reached #1, an incredible achievement for a new artist, while his larger-than-life persona became his trademark. The beard, the sunglasses, the luxury cars, the huge Miami mansion, and the image of unstoppable success all came together perfectly.
Slab, I'm handling some motherfucking business, homie. I hope you calling about money. What you calling about then if it ain't about no money? You know I only like to talk about money, but since I love you, what else you talking about other than money?
As Rose grew into one of rap's biggest names, many fans embraced the character without stopping to ask one simple question. Where did Rick Ross's story really begin? And it turns out, even Rick Ross's stage name has been surrounded by controversy. This is Freeway Ricky Ross, the well-known former drug trafficker whose story became famous long before the rapper entered the spotlight. According to Freeway Ricky Ross, the Miami rapper used his name and borrowed parts of his public image without permission to help build his own brand.
You ever seen anybody confront Rick Ross about you?
Not in person, no. Anytime I'm around, he disappears.
Like, hey, why are you running around with this dude's name when this dude's out of jail now?
Well, you know, these guys, like we talked about, when you got some money, they don't care if you beat making them lick tampons, you know, everybody with you.
The dispute became so serious that Freeway Ricky Ross filed a copyright lawsuit against him in 2010. Even with all the headlines and criticism surrounding his career, Rick Ross continued to rise because many fans believed the music spoke for itself. Not everyone agreed, though. DMX openly criticized Ross and made it clear he wasn't a supporter.
If I had to compare the two, I'd say Rick Ross was more like Biggie, Jeezy was more like Pac.
Rick Ross looks more like Biggie.
Rick Ross got lyrics, though.
Well, I guess. Real talk. I'm just
So who impresses DMX right now? Anybody?
I'm surprised you don't like Ross lyrically, man. Ross be
He's
spitting.
alright, man. He just talk about eating and you know, how much can it eat? How much weed can you smoke? Huh? Like, alright. You got a Maybach, you got the Aston Martin. Okay. Good for you.
Still, the momentum never slowed. Rick Ross launched Maybach Music Group, built a powerful roster, and kept delivering successful albums. His second, third, fifth, and sixth studio albums all reached #1 on the Billboard charts, while his fourth came incredibly close, landing at #2 behind an Eminem release. His run at the top was impossible to ignore. That success makes one question even more interesting. Where did things begin to change? Did fans simply lose interest in the music? Or was something much bigger happening behind the scenes? Like so many major stories in modern hip-hop, the trail eventually leads back to Drake. On 5 a.m. in Toronto, Drake rapped, "The part I love most is they need me more than they hate me." And those lyrics would end up sounding surprisingly relevant. What's ironic is that before Drake started joking about Rick Ross online and turning him into the target of countless posts, he was actually one of the biggest reasons Ross's image became even stronger. Drake once called Rick Ross one of his favorite rappers. But today, that respect appears completely gone, with their relationship changing beyond recognition. For more than 15 years, Drake and Rose weren't just artists exchanging features. They were one of the most dependable duos in hip-hop.
By the way, I got a lot of respect for a lot of rappers, but I got one guy. He's my favorite person to rap with on any song. His name is Rick Ross. So we're in the...
I gotta take this to the streets. One question for the coach.
What up?
Are we gonna get a Drake Rick Ross album?
We had that conversation.
Okay.
And it's most definitely under serious consideration.
Yes.
Real talk.
Their styles blended naturally, creating memorable songs like Aston Martin Music, along with several standout collaborations and major records with DJ Khaled, whose split with Drake has also become a huge topic of conversation. Rick Ross has had plenty of successful records, but only one song has crossed the incredible milestone of 1 billion Spotify streams, and it came alongside Drake on the 2019 hit, Money in the Grave. Their collaborations have dominated Ross's biggest streaming songs for years, proving just how much fans enjoyed hearing them together. The chemistry between the two was so strong that rumors of a full joint album, reportedly titled YOLO, kept coming back year after year. Considering Drake has already released several collaborative projects during his career, a full album with Rick Ross seemed like a natural move. But as things stand today, that project appears completely finished before it ever had the chance to happen. Instead, Ross teamed up with Meek Mill for a collaborative album in 2023.
Grace, we back. You dig?
Hold on, how long has this been in the works, man?
I'm gonna be honest, this just was a quick vibe, maybe 2.5 months, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 2.5 months.
Now, do you guys care about album sales anymore?
Of course, this point? As a businessman, you do. That's like niggas selling Jordans.
Describing it as something that came together quickly and naturally, many listeners felt that rushed approach showed in the final result, especially when expectations were so high. A decade earlier, a Rick Ross and Meek Mill album likely would have been expected to dominate the charts, but this time, the outcome was very different. Despite Ross previously speaking about the importance of album sales, the project became one of the weakest commercial performers of his career. Some fans even joked, too good to be true. It instead goes certified paper plate after the album debuted with surprisingly low numbers and peaked at only number 23 on the charts. On paper, that seemed like the perfect moment for Ross to reconnect with Drake, who had remained the world's most streamed rapper for over a decade. Instead, everything changed after a series of unexpected events in 2024. Early in the year, Rick Ross appeared on a live stream with fellow Miami creator Aiden Ross, where he once again showed support for Drake and spoke positively about him.
Like one of your favorite songs with Drake?
Stay Scheming, I'm gonna say Stay Scheming.
Legendary song. Yeah, I see it. You have
Drake,
to put that
Drake came out He came out to us. He came out in the streets. He came to us. When we put that record together, it was one of those vibes.
I'm just asking you, Rose, what is your true relationship with Drake?
Nah, the love is genuine, and it's been like that for close to a decade now, since he came in the game. You know what I'm saying? When Drake was just getting on the team, being in Miami, needed a record, I moved for him the same way I moved for Weezy.
But less than 3 months later, that relationship completely unraveled, turning one of hip-hop's strongest partnerships into one of its biggest rivalries. In March 2024, Future and Metro Boomin released We Don't Trust You, the album that helped ignite one of the biggest rap rivalries in recent history. As fans remember, Kendrick Lamar appeared on the project with a verse aimed at Drake, setting off a chain reaction across the entire hip-hop world. But another moment quickly caught people's attention. Just 7 tracks later, Rick Ross appeared on song number 13, Everyday Hustle. Considering how close Ross and Drake had been for years, seeing him on that album immediately raised eyebrows. At first, some fans wondered if it was simply business, but the signs kept adding up. After sharing a post showing support for Kendrick's diss track, Rick Ross made his position even clearer by unfollowing Drake on Instagram, leaving little doubt that the longtime friendship had taken a major turn. What first looked like a small crack in their relationship suddenly became impossible to ignore.
Drake, if you listening to this, homie, listen to me. My nigga, shine. I don't want to see you lose. No real nigga want to see you lose. That ain't what nigga about. This culture, this game, this rap shit, this ain't what it's about. I don't want to see you lose. When I was the #1 nigga in the rap game, I showed niggas love.
The following month, Drake answered back with push-ups, responding to several artists at once. And Rick Ross was one of the names mentioned early in the record. Drake joked about Ross's age while also highlighting that several of Rick Ross's biggest Billboard Top 10 hits, including I'm on One, Money in the Grave, and Lemon Pepper Freestyle, featured Drake himself. One lyric also referenced Ross's former relationship with Tia Kemp, who dated Rick Ross from 2003 to 2007 and is the mother of one of his sons. Around the same time, comments made by Tia Kemp during a podcast spread widely across social media, adding even more attention to the situation and giving fans another reason to keep talking about the feud.
Well, I said, would you Drake? Being a hoe is when they
I would. I let them knock the Mario coins out of me.
Oh, I would.
And it's good. I speak across the room.
As the online reactions kept growing, what had started as subtle tension quickly turned into a full public rivalry, with every post, lyric, and interview adding even more drama to the story. Setting the jokes aside, Drake's line on push-ups wasn't the only thing getting attention. Around the same time that Tia Kemp commented on one of Drake's photos, and Drake later called her his GOAT, fans also pointed to another possible reference involving Rick Ross's former partner, Christina Mackey. The timing made people talk even more. Right after Ross unfollowed Drake on Instagram, Christina shared photos showing VIP tickets to Drake's tour, along with front row seats for one of the sold-out concerts. That post spread quickly across social media. And many fans immediately began connecting the dots. Whether it was a coincidence or not, the internet had plenty of theories, and the tension between Drake and Rick Ross only continued to grow with every new post and every new headline. Rick Ross didn't wait long to respond. Soon after Drake released Push-Ups, Ross headed into the studio and dropped his own diss track, Champagne Moments, along with a music video aimed directly at his former collaborator. During the song, Ross repeated the familiar criticism about Drake using ghostwriters and even sampled one of Drake's speeches during the outro. He also made additional claims about Drake's appearance before explaining why he chose to unfollow him. Ross said, "I unfollowed you cause you sent a mother cease and desist to French Montana. You sent the police and hated on my dog project," before adding, "That wasn't the same white boy that I had seen when we were making them early records."
Listen to me.
So love.
Montana done came to me and we done had conversations, nigga. Listen, we ain't on no I'm not on no disrespectful. Montana real. Ricky Rose, you know me. You know I love to be disrespectful. That's what I am. But my nigga, listen, it's deeper than rap. It's deeper than rap, homie. This is the first time I said this. Montana with you the long way.
The reported cease and desist situation has never been fully clarified. And that made the story even more confusing, especially since French Montana has continued showing a friendly relationship with Drake. Ross later described the disagreement as being, quote, deeper than rap, while the online exchanges kept escalating. On Instagram, Ross posted, "At Champagne Poppy, Whose nose? He really had his whole body altered. Nose remixed, abs edited.
Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Me waking up from a nap, I just realized BBL Drizzy called his mommy on me. He shared their text messages between each other. Cupcake Drake, tell your mama you stayed out past your curfew, white boy.
Drake later shared a message that read, "Obs, the internet is saying that you got a nose job, but you look the same to me in the kitchen today." Followed by, "It's coming from Rick Ross, the guy I did songs with." The back and forth quickly became even more personal. Drake fired off another series of posts writing, "He's gone loopy. He hasn't eaten in days and it's turning him angry and racist. He is performing at proms for money. It's bad. Don't worry, we'll handle it." He followed that with, "At Rich Forever, you're one nosy goof." Then came another jab aimed at Rick Ross's lifestyle. "Rick, you sandwiched in, which is on brand, because the vacant land is not yours. This shit the Miami starter pack. You living in a content creator crib." Drake was clearly mocking Ross's lavish waterfront mansion, a property reportedly purchased for around $35 million. Even with all the online shots being exchanged, the rivalry kept getting stranger. Ross claimed Drake's career was finished, yet fans noticed he still seemed to be playing Drake's music in the background during one of his own videos.
Look, I want to do Aston Martin music minus Drake vocals. So no Drake vocals.
What made you decide to tell the DJ not to play Drake's vocals on Aston Martin music?
Let's enjoy it without him. If they want it, let them sing it, and that's cool too. But yeah, my DJ minus that. Let's go.
Around that same time, Ross shared what would later become an ironic post telling Drake to stay safe while flying on Air Drake.
And that old ass jet you got, they gave it to you free. That's a 1978. Be safe on that, Drizzy. Be safe on that plane. That old God is great. Y'all need to pray for Drake and tell him, park that old ass plane. It's a 1978 cargo jet. People gave it to him free for promo. And I ain't hating, but be safe. If something was to happen to you and I couldn't tell you this, be safe. And anybody getting on it, be safe, man. Wear your seat belts and make sure the oxygen thing's in there, because that shit was just for luggage.
And only a few days later, another headline grabbed everyone's attention. Reports surfaced that Rick Ross's private jet had made an emergency landing in Dallas.
So, thank everybody for all the prayers, but I'm gonna tell you, we on the jet and I'm seeing the fighter jet. I see his nose, it's like Tom Cruise from Top Gun. I seen his nose, I'm seeing him in the cockpit. And I'm like, damn. I see his cheeks and nose going back from the G-force. I'm like, damn. And then, hey man, it happened. You know what I'm saying? I can't say what happened, but it happened. Come on, white boy. But we safe, everybody.
Thankfully, everyone on board was safe, but photos from the incident spread rapidly online, and Drake even appeared to react by liking one of the posts. Ross tried to laugh it off, joking online, "Drake's fighter jet shot us down," while also taking another swipe at Drake's appearance. But instead of slowing the feud down, the attention only kept growing. Then, in July 2024, Rick Ross performed at the Ignite Music Festival in Vancouver, Canada. To close out his set, his DJ played Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us" in Drake's hometown, a decision that immediately sparked a strong reaction from part of the crowd. Videos from the scene quickly spread across social media, showing a confrontation near the stage before security stepped in. The moment instantly became one of the most talked about incidents of the feud, proving that the tension between the two camps had spilled far beyond the music itself.
I'm hustling every day. What's up? Every day.
You gonna press us out in our f***ing city, nigga? What's up? Back up, nigga. What's up, bro? Come on. What's up? Why do you want me right now? Come on, man. What's up?
Home. Get him home. Somebody get him to the car, bro. That clip exploded across social media, collecting millions of views after the confrontation in Canada, with one of Rick Ross's associates seen unconscious before security restored order.
This fat ass ain't throwing no blows. Man, Will, they swung on your fat ass. You ain't done. You stood your fat ass back, man. Your scary ass. Your big fat scary ass stood back. Looking good down from this angle.
So he raps, you get punched in the face on some TLC shit, and TLC has 3 different meanings here, so pay attention. TLC, like the wrestling event where guys are obviously getting punched and they're fighting, you gonna need a chili ice pack for your left eye. So TLC this time is referring to the iconic R&B group, 2 members from this group whose names are Chili and Left Eye. And what's also crazy, the 3rd meaning of TLC, tender, love, and care. And the backstory behind all of this, Drake is rapping about an event that took place when Rick Ross got pressed after playing Not Like Us, and he just so happened to get punched on the left side of his face.
He shouldn't have been there. That's it. The security tell me he shouldn't have been there. Yeah. Nothing about what was on that video say Rick Ross should have been here doing this right now.
Drake appeared to react to the viral moment, and 50 Cent added even more attention by posting, "My guess is you won't be going back to Canada," while sharing a video of Tia Kemp laughing.
Just imagine if I had the chance to slap 50 Cent with this shit right here. Come get it, 50.
Rose, the history with you and 50, is it better now? You guys now friends, like you guys talk now, or is it still no relationship?
Nah, homie Wash, we've never been cool.
From day one?
No.
This is a big business you guys are a part of. You guys are 2 of the heavyweights in the business.
I mean, what is there to talk about?
A lot of things to talk about. History, the beef.
What kind of history? That he couldn't dress? That's all I used to tell him. Yo, you can't dress. You're not really getting no money. You don't own your masters. Eminem saved you. Dr. Dre saved you. All the big names. Rose did it himself. I came in through slip and slide. I had to build this myself. And I'm not speaking down on him because he live in a 2-bedroom apartment, but...
He lives in a 2-bedroom apartment?
2-bedroom. Catch the alley hoop now. Got him one by Yama, this bitch.
2-bedroom apartment.
Yes, he does. And if he does, what does that say about him? Come on now. Just the alley hoop. Come on now. What does it say about him?
You're saying 50 lives in a 2-bedroom. He just did a big documentary on Diddy that blew up. It was the #1 documentary for like weeks.
Just 4 days later, Drake released his first solo single after the feud, "What Did I Miss?" And hidden inside the lyrics was another line that many fans believe was aimed directly at Rick Ross.
R.I.P. to the Drake stands. Can only imagine what that feels like. Well, I really couldn't. But, damn, niggas say 3 albums are trash albums, 2 years too late. Hey man, it was fun while it lasted. You're washed. Where's Iceman? There's Iceman. The throat goats.
As the host at NFR Podcast pointed out, the biggest damage wasn't necessarily the diss records themselves. It was how Ross's carefully built boss image had started falling apart in public. For nearly 2 decades, he had created an untouchable persona. But now, social media was filled with jokes, memes, and constant comparisons that seemed impossible to escape. The tension didn't stop there.
You're not putting Drake at your level.
No, see, you might be... I could see it in your eyes, you might be confused. If Drake was what he thought, he would have been able to clear all this shit up, address it, and been moved on. I listened to some of it. My engineer it was horrendous. They lost an hour of their life for this shit.
Listen to it.
Yeah.
Are they recovering?
Yeah, trauma.
It's tough.
It is.
As 2026 unfolded, Ross skipped Drake's verse during one of his own performances while fans waited to hear Drake's response on his new album. That response finally arrived in May 2026 on Iceman, where Drake appeared to take more shots at several former allies, including Rick Ross. Fans were quick to point out that many of Ross's biggest streaming songs featured Drake, making the online debates even louder. Meanwhile, Rick Ross was promoting his Port of Miami 20th anniversary tour, but photos of large sections of unsold seats quickly spread online. Ticket promotions, including buy one, get one 50% off offers, only fueled more discussion, especially after Drake appeared to react online once again. Then another viral moment arrived when Rick Ross was photographed boarding a commercial flight, surprising fans because he had long showcased his private jet as part of his luxury image. Public flight records noted that the aircraft had reportedly been inactive for several weeks, leading to widespread speculation online. Although no official confirmation supported many of the rumors being shared. Just days later, Drake released a music video filmed beside his own private jet, and many viewers believed the timing was anything but accidental. Whether that was simply a coincidence or another calculated move, it kept the conversation alive and added even more pressure to Rick Ross's public image. Ross later explained that his jet was being upgraded, including the installation of a high-end Wi-Fi system, but by then many people had already formed their own opinions. At the same time, his long-awaited solo album Set in Stone was pushed back, creating even more questions among fans. Ross posted, "Iceman melted, Stone lasts an eternity," but plenty of people argued that delaying the release was a smart business decision, while Drake's album continued performing strongly. Even so, saying Rick Ross is broke would be a huge stretch. Beyond music, he has spent years building businesses through Wingstop franchises, real estate investments, and several other ventures that have reportedly generated significant wealth. Financially, he's still in a position most artists could only dream about. The bigger issue isn't necessarily money, it's perception. When the image that helped build your career starts to crack, rebuilding public confidence can be much harder than rebuilding a bank account. But what do you think? Is Rick Ross simply going through a rough chapter, or has his larger-than-life biggest boss image finally taken permanent damage? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share this video with a friend, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.